This is Ben, Liam and Bell on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
What's up?
Wow.
Welcome to...
Don't have a name for it yet.
We
yes,
did.
I do. Snitches Get Britches.
You see him on the back foot.
What is going
Yeah, I
on?
just didn't have. I just walked in because I was having a chat with the guys.
Oh,
and I
we
came in-
know.
We
Ben
know,
and I
yeah.
were sitting here waiting, saying, "Where?"
Do you know what? It's so
the hell
funny
is
how
everyone?
this whole thing falls to shit when I'm not switched on. You guys can just come in and just
No,
whatever,
it's
like,
we're not allowed to say the
100%.
podcast title.
No,
You've
it's
got to
like
come in.
I'm running this podcast.
That's like me
Do you
when I
know?
leave the studio and the
You
entire
know
thing
what I mean?
falls apart.
Yeah,
Everyone's
That's
like,
like-
"Oh, the thing wasn't." Press the
I
button.
think everything works fine when one person leaves the room, but when there's certain other people in the room, when it leaves, it falls to shit. I'm not going to say who that person is. That it runs normally
Well,
when they're not
you
here.
look at the evidence of you guys having done a show together for 10 years without me, and I wonder. Well, it all falls apart
Yes.
for Love Rat without me.
Yeah.
We don't do trending anymore because that got the bullet.
Yep.
But with that
One of Bell's
too.
two segments.
Yep.
We had a team chat. Thought it's time to get rid of that one.
The less Bell on air, the better.
Not true.
Just having
Not
a bit of
true.
fun here, guys.
No, it's great.
Enjoy the pod.
Hey, look, Belle, you lived in Melbourne your entire life. Liam and I, though, we are new to Melbourne. We lived in Adelaide most of our lives and trying to do as much exploring of this great state as we can. Like every weekend, I go for road trips. I drive out to country Victoria during the weekdays, doing a lot of exploring more like inside the city.
Yep.
And so there's one thing that I can't stop noticing, though. There's one building that always catches my eye, and I'm like, I haven't seen that in any state I've ever been to. It's Witches and Britches.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
It's like
Witches
a cut.
in Britches.
Is it?
Excuse you, Ben.
Witches in Britches. So I have to go to the women's hospital quite often with my wife Sam to do checkups and stuff. And so it's on the corner of Princes Highway and Dudley Street.
It's like prime real estate, right? Because there's a big park
It's opposite
adjacent.
Flagstaff Gardens.
Yeah.
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 Witches in Britches.
Yeah.
And it's very eye-catching because it's a building that's clearly been, like, the facade has been changed to look like a medieval castle.
Yes.
It's not a castle, but it's been made to
Yep.
look like a castle.
And then...
it's not the only one as well. There was Dracula's, which was a bit more up the city towards Carlton.
Right.
And Dracula's had the same facade.
Isn't there a Dracula's in the Gold Coast?
I don't know.
And what happened?
I think it's a very Gold Coast thing.
What happened to Dracula's?
I think it died.
Really?
Yeah. But it was kind of the same thing,
So, like-
dinner and a show.
Dinner and a show, and that didn't survive.
No, it didn't.
People didn't want to have people dressed as trolls and witches, like jumping
I
around
think it
them while
died
they're
during
eating dinner.
COVID.
What do you mean?
Yeah. No, I think it was a COVID one.
Oh,
Seems like it's just such a unique thing.
Sturdy
that people,
business.
Yeah.
What, you don't like it? What have you got against it?
It's super interesting, isn't it?
I drive past it, and I can't help but think, who's been there?
It is a confusing thing, isn't it? So like, is it like are you having dinner there?
Well, this is what I want to know.
Well, I've never actually been, so I don't know.
Yeah, Belle hasn't been. I want to know this morning, 13 24 10. Give us a buzz. Have you been to Witches in Britches? I want an on-air review of the performance of the food.
Yeah,
I want to know.
what is it? I'm still-
Yeah, what is it? Should we go to it? It's interesting.
Should we do a team night at Witches? Should we do a listener event at Witches and Britches for everyone who's seen it and gone, yeah, what is that? And has never been.
Sarah joins us now in Warrandyte. Good morning, Sarah. Have you been
Good
to
morning.
Witches in Britches?
I have. I'm a bit embarrassed to say.
What did you go for, Sarah? Was it an event or what?
It wasn't anything. It wasn't an occasion. I went with an ex-boyfriend, and it was probably 30 years ago.
Yeah, right.
And it's the kind of place that you sit on a long table, so you're sitting with people that you don't know.
Okay.
And and it's also the sort of place that you get your photo taken.
Yeah,
So,
right.
I see.
I'm dying to know, Sarah, this 30-year date that you had, 30 years ago date, did your boyfriend at the time suggest you go to Witches in Britches for dinner?
He did.
Like, as a first date, what's wrong, babe? You've barely touched your cauldron.
So Well, thanks, Sarah. Tracy and Rowville. You've also been to Witches In
Babe, you're not
Britches.
having a good time.
Hi
mean?
guys, how are you?
Hey,
How
Trace.
often do you have a ghoulish dinner like this? How often do you have a ghoulish entree?
Tracy, you've been. What was your experience like?
Well, I do, and I also know one of the lead characters.
You,
Oh,
you
wow.
do?
So they got like regular.
do.
Do they have like a star of the show?
Yeah, he invites you all in. He's basically like the MC of the show. It's
Yeah.
absolutely hilarious. Go there with a group of people.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a bit weird and it's a bit funny and it's a bit quirky, but
Yeah.
it is just go in there with an open mind. The food, look, it's 3 courses. Yes, it's not great, but it fills your belly and you're just hilarious. Like it is absolutely.
So is it
great
more?
night
That's a
out.
good review of it there, Trace. Thank you. Is it more spooky or more funny?
It's spooky funny.
All right. Can you tell us about obviously don't want to reveal too much of the Witches and Britches show, but what was the biggest spook you received, and when was it before dessert or when were you like, oh, I'm suitably
It was
spooked?
before food. Yes, it was before food.
Before
Wow.
food. Okay,
And
that's
so-
good. So after a big spooking, everyone sort of laughs, they calm down, then
Yep.
then
And
they
then
start
after-
getting the
yep.
food in. Yeah.
And then the best part about it as well is there's a little dance floor in the front. So when you've finished all having any spooked and food and laugh, there's a little dance floor that you can go out there and show all your
you can't
moves.
You do the
dance
monster
on
mash
food.
with all the characters.
You had your
Yeah,
potato
so
mash.
grab
then you go to
grab
the
a group
monster
of
mash.
grab a group of your friends and say that Tracy sent you to go and see Joel and
Hang on, Tracy.
Hang on, so you seem like you've got some
Run
ties.
the joint.
Well, look, I'm thinking we try and organise maybe like a team
Nah.
dinner,
I'm busy that night.
maybe like
I'd be
listener
pretty
dinner.
keen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if you'd like to register for our Witches and Britches night, you can text in right now. 0457 310 100. We'll gauge the interest. if it tips over, say 50, I think we're on.
Yeah, if we get 50 text messages, we will organise this, okay? 0457 310 100.
And don't tell any of the other radio stations we're doing this because, as you know, snitches get britches.
If it's time for a winter trip, jump on What If, the place to go for quick Aussie getaways.
Probably somewhere in the snow for me. I'm a big snow guy.
For accommodation, flights, and more, book on the What If app.
What If it's Aussie for travel?
Clayton Oliver, Melbourne's Clayton Oliver. Good morning. How you doing?
Morning, very well, very well.
There's a few AFL stories to talk about this week. The main one being that the AFL announced the grand final staying as a daytime grand final for this year. What's your preference as a player?
I actually love playing night games.
Yeah.
I like having a sleep in and then
Yeah.
doing nothing most of the day and then having a little nap before the game.
Yep.
But yeah, it's always been 2:30, which you don't play at all during the whole year, so it's a bit strange.
Yep.
But
Oh, yeah.
As just someone who drinks beers and kind of watches it on the TV, I like it in the day. I like starting at 10 a.m.
See, I feel though with the AFL Grand Final, as a spectator, you kind of don't you want the run up? Like, don't you want the entire day to enjoy the
But
day?
there was a night. Wasn't your
Yeah.
one a night one? The one that you guys won? Was that the COVID sort of?
yeah, it was not by the time
Yeah.
Yeah.
it ended. So
Yeah.
That was all
must-
because of your nap pre-game.
Yeah.
So well.
Maybe it would have panned out differently if you had to wake up early for the damn thing.
I would actually don't know what time that was.
Yeah. Wow, the whole thing's a blur. A happy blur,
I
hey?
can't even remember that. Yeah,
Well,
it's bad.
gnarly injury as well this week from Geelong's Ollie Henry. We were talking about this yesterday. but he, quite literally busted a nut. Have you ever had any brutal injuries yourself? Like, not necessarily there, but just like anywhere on the body?
I've had a fair few surgeries. I've got my shoulders done like 3 times. Broke my thumb last year, which was a bit annoying.
How old are you again?
Too old. 25. I feel like I'm
Too old. 25, 3 shoulder recons. It's a brutal game, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not light on the body, that's for sure.
Dislocated my finger the other day, which was actually pretty, that was a weird one.
During a game or
Yeah,
training?
against Hawthorn on the weekend, just like literally the whole finger just slipped back, which was didn't look too great.
Okay, well, from gross stuff to something I really want to talk to you about. Can we talk about the thirst trap post that you did with Petrarca?
The first track.
Last
I
week.
don't know what you're talking about.
It was pretty sexy. We saw it.
And there wasn't just one photo posted. If you don't follow Clayton, you posted a photo with Petrarca, both shirtless, looking very good in the change rooms. And then there was like a bigger group shot doing the same thing again.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I've never actually posted pick like that before, but
you didn't want to use the term.
Track put one up. Track put the photo up, and I just
Yeah.
I just posted it, and then all of a sudden we'll get another photo with the YoPro one. I was like, two in the same day. Probably wasn't a good look, but
Yeah.
That was a great look.
Belle enjoyed it.
Hey, look, we have got Clayton Oliver in the studio this morning. We were thinking if you ever have wanted to ask an AFL player a question, now is a great chance. Doesn't have to be Clayton Oliver specifically, but you just ever have a thought about how does that work in the AFL? How do the players do this? You can text us 0457 310 100.
I mean, Clayton's here to answer questions this morning, so it's kind of the right time for it. It's better than like if you're just, you're out and then you're, oh, Clayton, you've had a few beers and then you try, you fumble it and you try and ask the question at the wrong time.
We'll get to your text messages after we check your roads. I'll get the ball rolling though. Back when I played like country footy for under 12s, they used to give you the orange slices. Do you still get orange slices?
we did when I first started.
Yeah.
What, in the AFL?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we used to get them. Not anymore though. We get
Yeah, what's the go-to halftime thing that you're snacking on?
jam sandwiches.
Jam sandwiches.
Weird, yeah.
So
And they're
weird.
Always there, cut into perfect little triangles too.
That's so weird.
Immaculate little
That's
triangles.
more under 12s than the orange slices.
Yeah.
To me, that's on the same level as fairy bread. It doesn't offer any
I know.
nutrients.
Is it also like a roster where different mums from the team have to make, oh, Clayton, your mum's up this week. I hope she does a mean jam sandwich.
All right, that is my question. You can get yours in 0457 310 100. Ask an AFL player.
I've got to apologise as well, Clayton. I was just sort of talking shop about some sport around the world there this morning, and I sort of cooked the Real Madrid Manchester City game for you. You said you were going to go home and watch that. You had that taped.
Yeah, I was going to watch it on the Stand Sport, just to replay.
Yeah,
but
no need now. I've told you the score. So that's all good. Save yourself some time, mate.
Save me 10 minutes, appreciate it.
There is some great questions coming through on the text line for Ask an AFL Player. If you got one, you can text us 0457 310 100.
Let's kick it off with Stacey from Sandringham. She's texted in saying, if your game starts at, say, 7 p.m, how early do you guys arrive at the Oval?
It's like an hour 50, 2 hours, so...
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Do you go out on the ground then and do a quick, before everyone rocks up, you do a quick training and then go back in the rooms?
Yeah, so for the away games, we'll obviously catch a bus there together, and then you all roughly the same time. But for the home games, everyone goes there at different times, and yeah, a few will walk out in the field, a few little things. But there's always a team meeting, I think, an hour 40 before the first bounce.
Yeah, right.
And there's mindfulness too, which is an hour 50. So
And then just 10 minutes of jam sandwiches and then get out there.
and orange slices.
I like Brett's question, who said, do you wear the same boots every game for the year, or do you get a fresh new set each game?
So I'm a bit weird. I've wore the same. I think I wore two boots over 2 or 3 years.
Really? Legit, two types of boots or just two pairs?
The two pairs of boots.
Wow.
But then recently I've worn about 6 different boots. I keep changing them because I can't kick, so I'm playing on the boots, but I don't think it's the boots' fault.
Okay, what about, there's one from Beck and Glen Waverley. She said, have you ever used your status as an AFL player for special treatment? Like getting off a fine?
I didn't. I did.
What did you do?
No, I didn't actually use it. I got pulled over by the cops. I was sitting. It was in my first or second year.
Yeah.
And I was sitting the lights on my phone, but I was actually using maps. So I just couldn't figure out where I was. And
All been there.
I couldn't actually. I was just sitting the lights and it was green. I was getting tooted, and I didn't realise who it was. It was actually a cop behind me. And I was just sitting on my phone trying to figure out where to go, and he pulled me over. But I actually was on maps trying to figure out where I was.
Yeah,
and where I was
yeah.
going, and
Yeah.
he sort of had a go at me, and then after about 10 minutes, he sort of just let me off, and I was like, that was weird
That's
as.
weird, yeah.
And then I think he said something like "Go D's" or "Have a good view" in it, and I was like,
Go well on Saturday.
yeah, I think he said that. Yeah, have a good game on the weekend. I was like,
Cool.
that was easy, beautiful.
I love that.
Gus and Craigieburn has sent one through. Is there a mad group chat with the team?
Yeah, we got a couple. There's a group Snapchat, which is a few
Group
funny.
Snapchat.
Yeah, there's a few.
Gee whiz.
Few funny
That'd be a
snaps
few
in it.
career enders in there, I reckon. Yeah.
So, what's the...
We've got a group WhatsApp, which is pretty basic, which is with the coaches and all that, which is just all the important stuff.
Does
in
it
there.
have a funny name? Or like a name that you don't have to reveal?
Our Snapchat does have a funny name, but It's changed a few times, but I probably won't repeat it.
Yeah, that's fair. Fair and safe.
It's not a bad name,
but it's just
nothing.
I get you.
And no one would actually understand what it means either.
Yeah. Look, we're running out of time this morning. These are amazing questions, so I reckon next time you come in, we'll have to get back to these. If you had one that you want to ask Clayton, 0457310100. You can always text us there. Ask an AFL player. Before you go, I have to ask, as a Port Adelaide supporter, you're playing him tomorrow night. How you feeling before the big game? What's your assessment of the pair?
They're flying at the moment. 6 on the trot, I think. I'm actually, it should be a big game Friday night, Adelaide Oval. We actually like playing Adelaide Oval, Melbourne, so should be a good game. As I said, Port Adelaide are flying, and hopefully we can get the win. But a little bit nervous actually.
All right, great. Well, that's good for me as a Port Adelaide supporter.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Hey, Maddie and Myrna, did you want to answer the questions for the 610 quiz, or did you just want to make a little noise and hang up? Because that's all you have to do to get in the draw for 10K day.
I'll try. I'll give it a go.
All right. Okay, good stuff. Well, I appreciate the hustle. Harry and Meghan claimed they were in a 2-hour near-fatal car chase in New York. What's the name of the parklands in the middle of New York? It's a pretty famous one.
I'm not sure. Hang on.
Pretty big. Pretty big.
Pretty central.
Googling.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Oh, Madison.
Okay, well, let's...
Lake and... I don't know.
What were you going to say?
Lake and Parkland? I don't know.
Yeah, what you've done there is you've Googled it, and you didn't know what to Google, so you probably Googled, like, Park, New York, and then that came up.
And then,
Well, you're still in the draw, Madison. Nice work.
Lincoln Park came up on Spotify. Tracy in Endeavour Hills, can you tell us about the big park in New York?
I can try, have a guess.
Yeah, it's right in the middle. It's big. It's pretty big. Like, I've never been there myself, but I know it is.
It's very central.
It's huge. It's very massive.
What, Central Park?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one we were looking for. Yeah. Okay, Billie Eilish and her boyfriend have split up after less than a year together. Can you name another famous Billie?
Billy Idol?
Yeah, nice day for a white wedding. The F1 has been called off in Italy because of extreme weather. Can you name one ingredient in lasagna?
Beef.
Yeah, bit of beef mince, why not? Hey, The Bachelor has announced it's doing a senior citizens only season in America. That sounds good. What does the acronym, I'm sorry for this, GILF stand for?
Go on.
Genital, I don't know.
You jumped in real deep there,
Yeah,
Tracy.
let's see if Pauline knows what GILF stands for.
GILF?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What does it stand for?
Is it grandma?
Yes.
I like to...
Yes, and that's all we need. That is.
What does the F
No,
stand for?
that's all good.
I would have also accepted grandpa.
Yes.
Yes, yep. Or a giggle is a great grandmother, or great, it's kind of starting to get into some murky territory there. Anyway, last one. Beyonce has teased a new hairline. Can you finish these Destiny's Child lyrics?
Because... Oh, no.
Right around the GILF stuff, but not as on it with the Destiny's Child lyrics. Beck in Brunswick, finish it for us.
Because it's 11:30 and the club is jumping.
Nice, Beck.
Beck, you could win $10,000 today. That would be fun for you.
Awesome, that would be awesome.
Wonderful. Well, just stay by your phone. You are in the draw. Thanks for having fun with us this morning in the 610 quiz. You also get to pick the next song we play. So would you like to hear a classic from Calvin Harris? We were talking about that song a little bit yesterday.
Yep.
And how good it is.
Right in the pocket of, it was a massive song when it was new, obviously, and then it's gone away, but now it's almost a classic.
Yes. Or, Beck, would you like, for some reason, this song? feel
What are you
good.
feeling? Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with the Calvin Harris.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, wonderful. Maybe we'll get Aqua's other song tomorrow. Well, right now, enjoy Bounce.
I can't believe it every day and every night. It's getting better with you out of my life.
You're never going to guess what I found in my fiance's luggage. Ben and Belle, we went back to Adelaide over the weekend, friend's engagement party, Mother's Day. It was a convenient weekend to go. And I don't know about you guys, but for weekend trips, it's carry on.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
Every time. Yeah, we can all agree on that. I think so. No need for checked luggage ever. It's just quicker. It's easier. Sarah doesn't feel the same way. She's like 25 kilos. That's about.
What?
We sort of fly Jetstar, and 25 is normally what she's paying for, which is insane. Because basic math, I mean, for the time we're there, you're not wearing 12.5 kilos of clothes a day, are you? You're not doing that. So why do you need that many? I've argued this many times, but, doesn't seem to get through. So on Sunday, we're getting ready to leave my parents' house to head to the airport, flying out in the afternoon, and she's really struggling. Like, she's wrestling with her suitcase, doing that thing where like both knees are on the top of it and it's on the floor, and she's like, it kind of reminds me of Steve Irwin, Crocodile Hunter. When he'd use his body and he'd thrash around with the croc and try and get the rope in the mouth, kind of like that. And she's down there, and she's huffing and puffing. She's like, oh, it's not going to fit. It's just not going to fit. I'm going to have to put some stuff in yours. And I'm like, what? Like, I've got 7 kilos. Like, I'm just here for the hand luggage. You know what I mean? I got some toiletries and a couple of T-shirts. And just like, if it was for the engagement party, it was like a blazer sort of thing. And I'm like, how did it fit on the way over here? Have you acquired more clothes in the last 48 hours? So she started handing me stuff from her gigantic suitcase to put in my carry-on. Do you know what she handed me?
What?
A steamer. An effing steamer. She took a Russell and Hobbs handheld steamer that she bought from Target from Melbourne to Adelaide.
Yeah.
What?
In a luggage.
For her dress?
Yeah, she was like, well, I'm going to need to steam my dress.
What?
And I was like, well, you didn't think my parents would have an iron or some, some sort of way you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are you just going to bring the microwave on the off chance we want some Easy Mac?
Yeah.
Also, you can double if she has a hair straightener and you pack that, you can double that as an iron.
I've seen people do that on TikTok.
Yeah.
But steamer.
Yeah.
Complete. Like, I was like, do you know how bulky those things are? They have it's like as big as an iron would be. It's like bringing your own iron. And obviously that's why we're paying for 25 kilos worth of luggage.
Wild.
That is wild.
Insane.
Biggest story of this morning. You may have woken up and seen it straight away. It's absolutely everywhere. Harry and Meghan being allegedly chased for 2 hours in a high-speed chase around New York in a, quote, near-fatal chase.
Obviously, pretty hectic given how Harry's mum passed away, the car chase. Everyone's very familiar with that. Obviously, they are getting hounded by the press as well. But I think, people are saying, hang on, how can it be a 2-hour high-speed chase in New York City? I mean, the traffic's a nightmare there, right? Like, you're not getting enough clearway to just really put your foot down, are you?
Absolutely. And there's also, reports as well that they were just in, a normal yellow New York cab.
Yeah.
Like, they just jumped in and went, go, go, as fast as you can, or, something like out of the movies. And then there's other reports saying that they were escorted by the NYPD with flashing lights. So, I mean, is that a high-speed chase, or is that just driving with police?
New York's it's not just New York City though, right? Like, there's upstate New York. And
It's huge.
Yeah, so
But I believe this was in New York City.
in the city? Okay. So yeah, that is kind of, that does feel like they're adding a bit of mayo on it. Maybe not even Harry and Meghan, but just, their clan.
The only caveat here, though, is I haven't been to New York. Liam, have you been to New York?
I've not. Have you been, Bill?
No.
I think we're basing our knowledge of New York City and the traffic purely on TV shows and movies. So maybe if you spoke to someone who was in New York City, maybe they would have a different opinion. Maybe they say, oh, maybe you can have a high-speed pursuit.
Yeah, no.
You can't even do that here in Melbourne anymore.
No,
Traffic
I see.
here is too bad.
I can hear what Ben's saying. Obviously, through the power of radio, we go straight to the source.
Yep.
We get the hot dog king on.
Okay, no.
Yes.
Belle, do you remember we spoke to him a couple of weeks ago? Because he has a hot dog stand at the front of the Met Steps where they do the Met Gala.
Yeah, he's our only contact in
Yeah,
New York.
Dan Rossi, the hot,
What do you
the hot
think?
dog guy.
He's got
What, you
feet.
expect him to go, yeah, I saw them drive right
No,
past.
but-
He has got sweaty hot dog feet on the curb in New York City. He's seeing the traffic. He can give us a live update on, one, how the hot dog game's going.
Yeah.
Two, what's the traffic like in New York City?
Man, look, yeah, a lot of people, you might flick across the dial. They've got, someone from Channel 7 who lives over
Yep.
there and does some crosses sometimes.
Yep.
Not what we're interested in. As long as the dog rush is, I don't know when the dog rush is, but if he has time,
Yep.
I think we call the guy and we get
You
on to
just
him
want
next.
to talk about hot dogs.
No. Wrong.
Not the case, Belle.
It's a real stab in the dark, but let's see how we go.
All right. Hopefully he answers.
Hello.
Hello, is this Dan Rossi, the hot dog king?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Dan! How you doing? It's Ben, Liam and Bell from Australia on Nova 100.
Yeah, how we doing out
Yeah,
there?
we're doing good, thanks, Hot Dog King. Now, we're calling you this morning or afternoon your time because Harry and Meghan are saying they were in a high-speed pursuit across New York City, but the mayor has now come out and said this.
I would find it hard to believe that there was a 2-hour high-speed chase, but we will find out the exact duration of it. But if it's 10 minutes, a 10-minute chase is extremely dangerous in New York City.
So we want to ask you, Hot Dog King, what is traffic like in New York City?
Right now I'm stuck in traffic.
All right. Okay, so...
The only time you can do a high-speed chase is maybe 3 in the morning. That's it. You can never do it during the day. Impossible.
Yeah, right. And so are you driving yourself or are you in a cab?
Yeah, I'm driving right now. This is normal. To sit in traffic. It's normal.
Well, thank you so much for heeding our call. I mean, we thought, sort of the time at the moment, we thought it might have been the dog rush at about this time. When's the busiest time for selling hot dogs?
When's the best time to sell hot dogs?
Yeah, when's the busiest time normally?
Right now, I just had to go pick up some supplies. That's all.
Oh, you ran out of dogs.
We ran out of a few things. Yeah, they called me up, and I said, okay, I'm running back.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. What about parking? If the traffic's so bad and you drive into work, where do you park?
Well, you know what? Actually, I park illegally every day. I mean, they triple park.
Whoa.
For real?
Well, thanks so much, Dan. Thanks for letting us check in and get a traffic report live from New York City. It does sound like it's very unlikely that they had a high-speed chase.
But all round, the hot dog game's been good in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, getting better.
All right, Dan, mate, we'll let you get back to your driving in New York City, but we always appreciate you taking our call.
Oh, that's great. Okay, bye now.
I love how it's like 20 seconds of news story and 3 minutes of, how's the hot dog game?
But also we said we checked the traffic and we said, how is he? He said, it's busy.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah.
we probably could have told that from Google Maps, but I just kind of want to strike up a bit of a relationship with.
Yeah.
I mean, he is the king of hot dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll scratch our back someday if we get over there. You know.
Dan, Liam and Bells. Fast Five. Thanks to What If. It's Aussie for Trouble.
Emily in Abbotsford, how you doing?
Hello, good. How are you?
Yeah, well, Jenna actually won this one for the first time ever yesterday. Scored 2,300. Which means it's back down to the start, which is 100. We thought that wasn't enough, so Belle generously put in $400 of her own money to make it 500.
$500 though, that's still $1,000. Very good.
I don't remember doing it, but if you do win, yeah, sure, let's do that. 500.
So 5 questions, 30 seconds. Just pass any you don't know. We'll get to them at the end if we have time.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Melbourne woman Bianca Censori is married to which controversial American rapper?
Oh, pass.
Is Vancouver in the USA or Canada?
Canada.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes starred in which Shakespeare film in the late 90s?
Romeo and Juliet.
What is 8 times 9?
64, 76.
Oh, that's curly though. I hate maths questions.
Maths ones are curly.
Yeah, 72 is what we're looking for. You got Romeo and Juliet in Canada, right? But Bianca Censori, she's the one from Melbourne. She's with Kanye West. Yeah.
Oh, nice work anyway,
thanks,
Emily.
anyway.
And look, you've made it nicer for tomorrow because it's going to go up to, up to
Oh my God.
600.
Belle's just sent me a text. She's going to put in another 5.
Oh my God, Belle. A nice round 1,000 tomorrow.
You're so generous.
Isn't that lovely? Can you smell that? It smells like the love wrap.
Love rap. Bill's the love rap.
Yes, you can email me, the Love Rat, anytime, loverat@novafm.com.au. If you've got any love advice, relationship advice, or even a funny story to do with it. And we've gotten one this morning from Taylor. She wrote in and said, "Hey, rats, I'm writing to you guys for some advice
Hang on,
today."
no, let's get something clear. Ben and I aren't rats. Bell's the love rat, guys. We have nothing to do with it.
True.
We're just on board for the fun
Nah,
of it.
you guys turn into rats for this segment as well. She said, "I need some advice today, actually. My best friend came to me last month with the awful news that her partner had cheated on her with a colleague of his a few times over. She was distraught and so hurt, but now has decided to stay with him, and I can't believe it. I don't know if I should discourage her or support her decision. Would love to hear your thoughts."
Staying with the cheater.
Exactly that. 13-24-10, did you stay with them after the affair? I mean, it's a tough situation for Taylor because her friend, you want to, as a friend, support your friend's decision and say, okay, well, you can't think, oh, nah, leave him, whatever. And she goes, oh, well, he's the love of my life and I forgive him and I want to stay with him.
No. I feel like if they've done the dirty on you, just get rid of them, right?
Do you believe Liam in once a cheater, always a cheater?
Yes. But, I don't know. I don't think, if Sarah cheated on me, I think, as much as I love her, I think you'd just be like, oh my God, I'm so hurt from this. Unless I offered up like a 2-for-1 deal, I'm like, well, you cheated with one person, so I'll cheat with two people.
Okay, well, that's
no,
not
I think
fair.
you've cheated with one, I get to go cheat with someone.
That's what I'm saying. I'll cheat, no, but two for one.
And then you'd stay together?
Well, I don't know. You'd have to get your just desserts somehow, wouldn't you? You'd have to get some sweet revenge. You'd have to sort of pencil something in for yourself.
I'm a big believer that cheating is a product of something else that's wrong in a relationship. I believe
spoken like a real cheater.
Yeah, so you're blaming. so if there's someone listening to this and their partner cheated on them, you're blaming them.
No, I'm not blaming them. I just think if everything was absolutely fantastic and you are 100% satisfied in your relationship, I don't think you would have a reason then to give in to something and cheat.
Well, then that person should break up with that person, not cheat on them. And stay together.
Yes,
and
but
separate.
everyone's got different situations. You might be in a sticky situation where you go, oh, well, I can't really get out of it, and then something happens, and then you just so happen to cheat, and then it all falls apart.
Don't agree with any of that. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay.
Well, look, let's get your thoughts on it. 13-24-10. Did you stay with them after an affair?
Yeah,
maybe it all worked out well, and it's sort of you're stronger for it, or maybe it was like the worst decision you ever made. 13-24-10 is the number. If you get in touch for the Love Rat, you'll be in the draw to win $10,000 today with Nova's 10K Day in May.
Love Rat! Bill's the Love Rat!
Yeah, Love Rat. You can email us anytime, loverat@novafm.com.au. Any love, sex, relationship advice or stories. We're currently doing 13-24-10. Did you stay with them after the affair? If you've stayed with someone who cheated or you know of someone, give us a buzz, 13-24-10. We're currently helping out Taylor, whose friend is doing just that. So, Joanna in Ringwood East, good morning. Did you stay with the cheater?
Good morning. I did, unfortunately.
So talk us through the story. What happened?
So the story of finding out about it was pretty messy itself. But I only just this was like 5 years ago as well, and only a few weeks ago did I actually find out that he cheated on his past girlfriend with me. So you apparently win them how you lose. Win them how you lose them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I gave him the benefit of the doubt, trusted him, that it was never going to happen again. And the whole time, he was still with her, texting this girl about how he's never fallen for someone so quickly and blah, blah, blah. So don't do it.
Sorry, Joanna.
Joanna, when you found out and then he was still messaging, did you then leave?
I left a few weeks later because I didn't realise he was still messaging her after I'd forgiven him. And, obviously they were still going at it. So had to call it quits at some point. You got to know your own worth.
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
Joanna, it's so true as well. If you get with someone who is currently with someone and you're the other person, you can't then expect to have a relationship that's sturdy and trust that they're going to be faithful to you.
And never forget, men are pigs.
They're absolute pigs.
Melissa and Box Hill, good morning. Did you stay with them after the affair?
Good morning. Yes, I did.
Tell us what happened.
Well, so I discovered text messages on his phone. Things were a little bit rocky in the marriage for a little bit, and I discovered text messages between him and person that he was going riding with.
Mm.
He wasn't really honest about the whole thing to begin with, so I guess I was very sceptical about staying.
Yeah.
But, you know, as we sort of discussed things and got into a slightly better place with things, he agreed to delete all of his social media. He's obviously stopped contact with her. And I guess that's kind of given me a little bit more confidence with maybe trying to give it another chance to see, you know, if he is capable. So I guess I'm still sort of
You're
sitting
sort of
on that.
in limbo at the moment.
Wow.
I'm in limbo. Yeah.
So, Melissa, it's kind of like you're putting him on probation for a bit. Like, this is now, you're just going to test it out. This is chance number 2, and then we'll see how we go from there.
We'll see how we go. And, I mean, we've got 2 kids as well, which I guess that also makes things difficult. So I think I'm just carrying that mentality at the moment. You know, it's leaving is hard, staying is hard, choosing are hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
well, Melissa, good luck. I mean, I don't know if good luck's the right term, but good luck, and I hope that chance number 2 ends well. From one Melissa to another in Armidale. Good morning, Melissa. How did it go? You stayed with them?
I did, but not for very long. I tried, but right before my wedding, I found out that my my to-be husband was having an affair with his auntie.
Hang on. What? Hang on. Auntie by blood or like his blood uncle's wife?
Blood uncle's wife, but
Still.
she's been in the family since he was like 12.
Stop it.
There's a lot of layers to that.
You found out pre-wedding that your fiancé was sleeping with his auntie.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So, Mel, you went ahead with the wedding?
I did. I felt really pressured. His mum and dad are just like, go ahead and don't tell anyone.
So they knew?
Yeah, apparently.
So what? I mean, and then, so how soon after the wedding did you call it quits?
I tried to stay with lots of counselling and whatnot, but I just couldn't. I left after a month.
Yeah, I mean, that's so fair.
Did you confront him about it, and what did he say?
Yeah, well, he had to tell me because his uncle found out.
I just...
And did the uncle and the auntie, did that marriage fall apart as well?
It did, and they had 2 kids.
So weird.
Okay, last one, Mel, because there's just so much to this. And then so after you guys broke up, do you know what happened to him and the auntie in the end?
I don't think they were allowed to sort of be together, but...
Forbidden love.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the family tried to blame it, like that I just left because I wasn't interested.
Shut up.
So they hid it.
Yeah,
they hid it.
That's wild.
That's
Sorry
such a
I had to deal with
family
that.
secret
It
as
is
well.
a family
I
secret.
just like, could you imagine sitting on
Yeah.
that table for Christmas lunch? Like, do you know what I mean? Just the tension.
Oh, well, Mel, thanks so much for getting in touch. Everyone that just gave us a buzz, you're all in the draw for Nova's 10K a day in May. Mel, you know what? Actually, you know what? That's such an incredible story, and I'm so sorry you went through that. Let's give you a double pass as well to the Food and Wine Show 2023.
Oh, thank you. Thank
worries.
you so much.
13 24 10. If you have a dirty family secret, get in touch. We were speaking to a woman before, and she found out just before her wedding that her fiancé was actually having an affair with his auntie. How gross is that?
Crazy. Now, we did clarify it wasn't auntie by blood,
Yeah,
only
but
by
she'd
marriage.
been in the family
Still weird.
since he was like 12. So that's kind of, it's wrong on many a level. Thank God they're not together anymore. But that's why we thought we'd do this. A little bit scandalous. Not sure if this is the real person's name. And look, if you want to call up and share your story, you can remain anonymous. That's fine. 13 24 10. David and Werribee, you have a dirty family secret for us.
We do.
All right, go whenever you're ready, David. Keen to hear it.
I have a second cousin, or I had a second cousin before he passed away, whose dad is his grandpa and his mum is his sister.
His dad? Okay, so his dad is his grandpa.
Right.
His dad is...
And what was the second part?
And his mum is his sister.
So his mum and dad were related. So his mum and dad, that it was
So
like his daughter.
His mum is the daughter
Oh.
of his dad. Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, that's wrong.
Okay, just clicked.
That's
Yeah.
wrong.
Wow, David.
That's really wrong. Sorry.
Oh,
Kept
so-
the secret from him his whole life, and he passed away from a brain tumour.
Oh, so that's probably for the best, I guess.
So he never found out?
We never found out. And he lived in England, and then, he came to Australia, and it was really,
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose with dirty family secrets, they're not going to be nice stories, are they? But that's
what we
dirty.
wanted this morning.
When you break it down, that's not good.
Yeah, and there is that that famous couple, the father and daughter couple. Remember they were on 60 Minutes as well. Do you remember that?
I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah. It was like last year.
Didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Anonymous joins us now. I don't know if this is going to pick the vibe up or bring it down even further, but you have a dirty family secret for us.
Anonymous.
Hello.
Yes. Whenever you're ready, what's your?
We understand your real name isn't anonymous, so it can be hard to respond to that.
What is your family secret?
That my sister's been sleeping with the father of my son for the last 9 years.
Your sister's been sleeping with the father of has been sleeping with your partner. Oh my god! And have you just found out, or?
I found out recently.
And did you break it? Did you break it off?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
I'm sorry about that one, Anonymous.
Did you find out because did she tell you in the end, or how?
No, they both haven't told me. Everyone else knows, and I was the last one.
Oh.
See, that's the worst. That's the worst. Like that feels like there should have been someone around you in your social circle that said, "Hey,
pulled you aside.
doing the dirty on you here."
Yeah, and to be the older sister, being my older sister, and they'll just try and play happy games, and I made out the bad person.
Yeah, and that tears the family apart as well.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and he was my first partner.
Oh, I'm sorry, Anonymous. Yeah, no, that's.
Well, we are sorry that happened, but thanks for sharing.
Did you want to go see Fast and the Furious 10? I got some prizes.
I would love to.
Yeah. Fast 10 is only in cinemas from May 18th. You can enjoy that one with a +1.
Oh, beautiful. That'd be great. Thank you.
You have a great day.
Thanks, Anonymous.
Did that prize feel weird?
Oh no, it was perfectly fine. I was going to give her
no, it was just a bit jarring having a soul destroing
What did you
story,
expect?
and then would you like to see Vin Diesel's 10th film in the Fast and Furious franchise?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you want to see Fast 10? Yeah, that'd be great.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.